everyone, welcome to the paint party. My name is Laura and I am your guide for today's painting, which is an adorable little stuffed bear named Bennington, and he's really hoping that you will be his Bearentine this February. So if you're painting along today, take a look at the description down below for the supplies you'll need, pull up an easel, and let's get painting. So first things first, I want to make sure my brush is just a little wet. I like to give it a little dip in the water and then wipe off some of that excess. Make sure you have your paper towels on hand so you could dab off anything that might be dripping. And I'm going to pull a little bit of white paint and a little bit of red paint, not really caring what the ratio is necessarily. And I'm going to make my little pink, but it's not thoroughly mixed. And I'm going to make some little crisscrosses on my canvas. So before we commit to adding paint to our canvas, I'm going to use this piece of white chalk here to roughly sketch out where Benny the Bear is going to be situated. We're going to fill in our bear. We're going to make short little brush strokes, and we're really just going to alternate between the different shades of brown as we go. Go for some of that yellow oxide color. If you can't find yellow oxide, perhaps it's labeled yellow ochre, or you could also look for a raw sienna. It's a very similar color, very warm yellow. So I'm going to use that as my primary color for the belly, this part of the face here, the bottoms of the paws, and the insides of the ears. So we'll need some of that. We'll also need white, and then keep those browns on hand. Alright, so we can let that hang out and move to the ears. I'm just using a smaller brush. I'm still making short little brush strokes. Alright, so let's give this bear a face. I'm going to start with white. I'm going to get a couple scoops of white, maybe 2 scoops of white here. And just a little tiny touch of red. I'm going to mix that in. It's going to make a nice light pale red color. We want it to be more muted, a little bit more of a brownish color. So I'm going to pick up a scoop of my burnt sienna. And I'm going to use this to paint in my eyes and my nose. So I'm going to hold my brush like a pencil, or that metal part, steady my hand on the canvas, and I'm going to trace these circles that I have here for the eyes. And then just fill that in. So you can use the same color if you like it, or you can add a little more brown and use that for the nose. Very carefully trace around the outside of those circles. So now we just need to add some pupils. It's a small square brush. I'm going to use some white paint. We're going to draw on the card. Okay, so we got to let that dry before we do the black outline. Just very lightly sketch in what you want on your card. As I grip my brush like I would a pencil, I'm just going to trace along my words. So that heart is the final detail based on our reference photo. Sign or initial your name, or you could use a Sharpie on the side or the back. I would love to see your versions of these, so please feel free, if you're on Instagram, tag me at Tiny Artwork. I hope you come back for more, and until then, happy painting.